Hi everyone, I hope you guys are doing well. A special shout out to all our new tutors since April. I think we have about 12 or so yay! I'm so happy for you guys. Thank you so much for supporting us here at Literacy Connection. I hope you're having fun. I hope everybody out there is having fun, and if you're not, please reach out to me because it's important to me and everyone here that you're having a good time supporting Literacy Connection and your students, okay? And if you're not, we want to get you dialed in a little bit more so that you are. So today I want to talk to you about listening. The pause. It's probably one of the most important things and often overlooked things when you are tutoring. It's pausing. It's waiting for your student to probably translate in their head, right? Make sense of it to themselves, and then be able to speak. All of that can take a couple moments. So it's important that you as the tutor really aren't doing very much talking. If you are talking and talking and talking and sharing and giving them background information and, more often than not, a lot of that, probably a large percentage of that is being missed, or it's confusing them, or it's making them nervous and causing anxiety because they don't understand. So it's really, I always ask this question in the training, where do you think you are going to personally grow as a tutor, right? As your personal growth as a human being when you are tutoring for Literacy Connection, where will personal growth happen, right? And it's fun to see what we all say, and listening and pausing and allowing space so that the person can think and process for themselves and then speak is a huge one for probably everybody, right? Including myself. I had to learn this as well when I was a teacher. So this is a slowing down. It's a slowing down of your entire nervous system just to relax and not be nervous about space or silence. Yeah. So I'm trying to model it a little bit just so you can feel what it might feel like. So let's look at this, okay? This is from the intro book. And you probably see I put it on a clipboard so I'm not dropping the book the whole time. This section right here, it works with the audio. So this section right here, you're probably not going to be speaking very much at all. You'll be starting and stopping the audio. You'll be perhaps asking a question or two that's very pointed to the question, right? So there's not a lot of need for you to be talking. And down here, this is more of a conversation area. And so like this one, letter A says, Bob has a stomach ache, right? And this is, each picture has their name, the person's name. This one is Bob. So you might say, where is Bob, right? You might use your finger and say, which one is Bob, or where is Bob? And they'll see Bob, right? They'll see the name here, right here, and they will maybe point or say this one. Now this is the intro book, okay? So you may have a different level student. And then you might say, does Bob have a stomach ache? And they may say yes. And you might say, how do you know that? So part of listening is also sitting back and pausing enough so that you know the next question that you need to ask. Because if we're only asking questions that make somebody give us the right answer, right? Like, do you understand? Most people are going to say yes, right? We don't want to say no, we don't understand. So we learn to ask questions to get the student to speak. So this is another thing that as the tutor you're doing. You are questioning them so that they are speaking. So again, you're not the one talking. You're not the one telling a story. You're not the one giving background information about grammar. There's no need for that. You are encouraging them to speak. So you might say, how do you know Bob has a stomach ache? And notice I am taking time to enunciate, right? Enunciate each word so that they can clearly hear the beginning and the end of a word, right? That's how we learn. We also have to learn the mouth shapes and all sorts of things if we really want to have clear speaking of English. So as you listen and as you allow more space and to have them think and process and then speak, you get the opportunity to slow down your speaking. You get the opportunity to enunciate. Okay, so everybody's learning, we're all learning, and this is something I hope is going to really help you. Giving the student more space to speak and asking them really beautiful questions such as, tell me what I just told you, right? Tell me what I just told you. If you give directions, you could say, tell me what I just told you. And they might then repeat back the directions. This gives them a chance again to process and to speak, right? And I know for some people, for tutors, or just human beings in general, it's challenging to wait, to just sit there quietly smiling, right? Sending them the signal that they're not doing anything wrong by taking their time to answer the question that you may have asked, because every student is going to have a different amount of time it takes them to process. So you as the tutor have to have patience, and you are just awaiting the answer. And it's really helpful if you're smiling and you're sort of nodding and you're giving them reassurance that they get to take their time. Okay, so I hope that helps you today. I hope that gives you a little bit of insight. You know, it's always challenging to see ourselves, right? You might be sitting there going, oh gosh, I do that, you know, or oh, I need to get better at this or that. It's not about being perfect. It's just about being self-aware and about choosing a new skill as a tutor to work on maybe that whole month, right? Maybe for that month you're working on slowing down, you're working on speaking clearly. You know, maybe you choose something like, oh, I'm going to ask them a different type of a question instead of, do you understand, right? Maybe you're going to ask something like, how do you know? Can you tell me how you know, right? Can you tell me how you know that Bob has a stomach ache? And they may say, oh, you know, like his hands are on his stomach. Yes, wonderful. Anything else? Can you tell me anything else? Oh, well, his face is all sort of crinkled up like he's in pain. Yes, very good. So your role is encouragement, right? Your role is to encourage them and help them feel calm so that they speak. Your role is to speak less and let them speak more. So I hope this is helpful. Like I said, I know it's tough sometimes to see ourselves. So if you're sitting there going, remember, it's not about being perfect. We're just all here learning and growing and doing our best to offer the best service we can possibly do. So it sounds like it's time to cut grass outside. So that's good because it's over for today. All right, everybody, take good care. I hope you're doing great out there.